the question is can Richie Crampton beat this man, Antron Brown, 0-4? Last year's U.S. Nationals winner against the man number 3 in the power rankings, Antron Brown. In the interest of fair reporting, also a U.S. Nationals winner.
Well, and Richie Crampton's got his work cut out, as you mentioned, that 0-4 record. And right now, with the warm conditions out there, the track looks like it's in great shape. Everybody with lane choices taking that right-hand lane, but there's nothing wrong with the left lane. We've seen some very good runs, including Leah just previously with that 383 pass.
Antron away first, but Antron's got problems. And Richie Crampton now has his first round win against Antron ever, 386.3. That's the man, Aaron Brooks, makes the calls.
Well, this is how tough Top Fuel is. Antron Brown went down the racetrack all 4 sessions, had a great-looking race car in qualifying. But, hey, it's Sunday right now. And even though he had the advantage on the starting line, the car was running pretty good early. Then he struck the tires. Antron did a great job of backpedaling, but when Richie Crampton in the other lane, making pretty much a perfect run, although not the quickest, still good enough to get the win.
Crampton moves on to take on another U.S. Nationals winner, Shawn Langdon, in round 2. But right now, it's all about the last 2 Indy winners. Shawn Langdon, the 2013 U.S. Nationals champ, will take on the 2014 Big Go winner, Richie Crampton. Hard to believe that for Shawn Langdon, this was the only race he won last year in defense of that title that he also won in 2013.
That is a big surprise that he was able to come out and win the Winter Nationals. The first race of the season looked very good. Right now, it's warm out there. It's very tricky. We're going to have to back these cars down just to get down the track and try to get the win. Drivers
got to be mindful of the tires breaking free. Crew chiefs got to try to keep them from doing that while keeping always lit. And that's going to be Richie Crampton and his tuner, Aaron Brooks. 3.885 seconds. Mike, what does that time slip say to you on an 80-plus degree afternoon with the sun shining?
Well, anytime you get track temperatures over 120 degrees, it's very, very tricky. And that left lane's usually a little trickier because it's got some bumps, a little more bumps out in the middle of the racetrack that is affected when it gets warmer. We saw in the first round the lanes were pretty close when it wasn't that warm. But I'll tell you what, Aaron Brooks did a great job, I think, to navigate that car down the track. Richie kept it right in the groove and runs a 388. Nice pass.
Dead even racing each other now, and even 4 and 4 head-to-head. It's time for Top Fuel. Burnouts for Doug Kalitta and Richie Crampton, the first of 2 pair. The next one coming at you, we'll head to the Lucas Oil Ladder, where you can find that it's going to be Doug's teammate, J.R. Todd, giving up lane choice, the Father's Day dominator, Larry Dixon. Gary asked Ron Capps just a moment ago what it's like to go to another live on ESPN Funny Car Final.
We do good on live TV, man. ESPN, all our NASCAR buddies are off and tuning in, so hey to all those guys. Just a great run. Tober tried to race the racetrack. I mean, it did get a little bit hotter. It's thank God for Napa belts and hoses. The thing is, right at the end, it hitting the rev limiter, and I'm saying this. Also, Tober lined me up at the finish, or at the starting line, said, when you get out there, I need you to move over about 5 feet to the left, and then kind of gradually move it back to the center of the groove. And I'm thinking to myself, my eyes aren't even open most of the time. How are we supposed to steer this thing? But great job, Napa. Pennzoil, everybody. This is going to be a fun round to watch.
Well, if you flash back to 2014, Richie Crampton's first career win came in Englishtown when he beat Doug Kalitta on that day. One of these drivers going to get the opportunity to hoist the Thunder Valley Nationals trophy in 2015. Each already has a national event win this year, but it's going to be Richie Crampton who has the opportunity to get his 3rd of the year. A solid number, 3.859 seconds in the elapsed timer. That tune-up comes courtesy of one Aaron Brooks.
Hey, that was a pretty good run because the previous round, Richie Crampton was low with a 388. His first pair out said, I like this racetrack. We want to run right after Funny Car. Goes out there in that left-hand lane, runs a 385. That's pretty impressive.
That could be an indicator of how good Aaron Brooks' car is. Normally, when you've got the quickest ET from the following round, you try to slide in late in the round, see what's happening in front of you. Brooks says, no, we're going up there first. We're just going to take Dougie's heart out, and he just did.
Well, with the tight turnaround, that's probably why he picked that, so they make sure they get back there and get everything perfect before that final round.
I think it's because he has confidence in his race car. That too.
Time will tell because Richie Crampton is still alive, racing in the final today.
Halfway, not quite halfway through the season. Who knows how many times Crampton and Dixon are going to face each other in a final before this year is over. Aaron Brooks, we've always known that he can give you a great tune-up on cold weather conditions. Now he's doing it for you under hot weather conditions. How much does that help your confidence?
Well, it helps the entire Lucas Oil team out, you know. We know Aaron Brooks can crush him when it's cold out, but now we're showing that we got a hot track racetrack package as well. So for Lucas Oil Australia, Mac Tool, Toyota, I can't believe I get to win race against the Father's Day champ of the world. So we'll see how we do. I got my kid here for good luck, Emma, today, so we got to do it again.
All right, thanks, Richie.
Thanks.
The countdown to the finals of the Thunder Valley Nationals getting oh so close. The NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series, where there's nothing mellow about 10,000 horsepower top fuel cars. The warm-up for Richie Crampton. Sounds like things are progressing very well there.
Looks like business as usual.
That is Mr. Father's Day. We call him Larry Dixon. And that is the Australian transplant, Richie Crampton. It's the Top Fuel Final. So many times Larry Dixon has raised Father's Day Wallies, 6 of them to be exact, from Columbus to Englishtown and even here in Bristol. And this is what it looked like in 2011. Taking on Antron Brown, and by the narrowest of margins, Larry Dixon has done it again. Crazy. That is the 6th of his Father's Day Wally celebrations. But for Larry Dixon, he hasn't won since Fall Phoenix 2011. Yes, he did take some years off in the interest of fair reporting, but how cool would it be to see Larry Dixon get back to the winner's circle today?
Well, it absolutely would be, but you look at this road to the final, we mentioned the fact that he struggled in the first round, but the one thing I do like about Larry this weekend, he had a very good race car in qualifying, something he hasn't really had this season.
What do you like about Richie Crampton?
Well, I like his tuner, Aaron Brooks, right now. He has got a handle on the track, and I actually asked him about the Dixon Father's Day magic, and he said, you know what, if we take care of our own plan, we don't have to worry about any kind of that stuff.
In the interest of fair reporting, Richie Crampton did have a daughter last year. He's already won 4 times since she's been born. And it's going to be Richie Crampton. Still a great day for Larry Dixon and that team, but there will be no watches handed out. Richie Crampton is a 3-time race winner. Not bad. You've heard the term sophomore slump. He is experiencing none of that. Bob Vandergriff can't believe it.
Let's take another look at it. They're pretty much almost identical on the reaction time. And then you saw Larry have problems about half track, and Richie Crampton just pulled away for the win.
With his crew chief, Aaron Brooks, gets a nice cool drink of mellow yellow right there on a very warm day. How challenging was it to tune this dragster to the win?
Well, these are tricky conditions. The altitude here is tough, and then the racetrack got really hot, probably the hottest we've seen all year. So, you know, hats off to my guys. Those guys have been flawless. It's cool to win this on Father's Day. I got a lot of new fathers on our team, so it's a little present for them, I guess.
Yeah, and your driver, father, last year, and he's doing a heck of a job driving. How would you rate his sophomore season? No sophomore slump there, right?
No, I mean, I honestly say he gets better every race. I mean, he doesn't make any mistakes. He's doing good.
Steady Eddie, I guess you could call him.
You know, for the longest of times, you can say Aaron Brooks has had a great cold weather tune-up. It's starting to get pretty darn good in the warm weather as well.
I'm not sure just what kind of a little victory dance move that was, but we're going to get an explanation here as soon as Richie pops that helmet off. 3 straight victories over Dixon. You spoiled the Father's Day mojo that he has enjoyed. What was the key to getting a win on a hot racetrack today for you and your team?
Well, first off, that was a poor white man's attempt at a robot. You know, Aaron Brooks and the guys told me to do that. But obviously, Aaron Brooks, this car's been running good all day long. I saw Larry out in front of me for quite a ways there, so don't know how we got around him there in the end. But, man, I'm just so stoked to have my daughter Emma here. This Lucas Oil team, you know, they've been away from home for a month now, so they've done a fantastic job, and I can't thank those guys enough. And it's going to be a great celebration tonight.
Are you getting spoiled with all this success in only your 2nd year as a driver?
Absolutely, but I'll take it.
You gotta love it. Larry Dixon is over on the other side. We're going to wander around the nose of Richie Crampton's car, and we'll bring Tim with us. We'll try to get a word from LD here. Trying to pull off the magic one more time, but somehow it didn't happen today. Larry, what happened there at about mid-track?
I lost all the teeth on the blower belts. It felt like it tried to pull the tire loose, and you know, and it just puts too much fuel in the motor, and it slung all the teeth off the belt, as you can see. And that was it. I was dead in the water, and then he drove around me, and man, it's tough. Gosh, you get to final rounds, you just want to close the deal, and we didn't get it done, but man, I had a blast. The C&J Energy Total Equipment team, we keep going to finals. You know, we're a brand new team. I mean, we got all this stuff starting in January, so I think we're doing excellent to be a top 5 car the way we are. You know, if we can just keep advancing like we're doing, you know, hopefully we can make some noise in the playoffs.
Can't argue with that at all. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, the objective of any NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series event, find your way to the the Sunoco Winner's Circle. We're not done here just yet. When we come back, we'll wrap up what's been a great Thunder Valley Nationals with the champions, Richie Crampton, Erica Ender-Stevens, and Matt Hagan, when we come back on this special Father's Day weekend.